You are listening to Mariah Reprezent Radio. I've got you covered until 1 p.m.
Reprezent Radio, entertaining, training and giving opportunities to London's young people for over a decade. People like Mariah, who says the station has given her confidence that's changed her life.
When I came to this country 12 years ago, I couldn't speak any English, didn't have a British passport, and for a station like this to give me all this experience and for me to be able to believe in myself and chase my dreams, yeah, it's crazy.
Brothers don't die, we just rusty bark. I tell you, got to link me at the coffee shop.
And the station's success stories keep coming. Stormzy got his big break on it. And then there's the Ezra Collective, who are closely connected. They bagged a handful of Mobo and Mercury Awards in the last few years. But these studios aren't just a breeding ground for new artists hoping to promote their music. Behind the scenes, the station also trains young people in radio skills and presenting, just like Mariah. And it's been pretty successful at finding new stars of the future. Like Cash Jones, who now has his own show on BBC One Extra, a job he says wouldn't have been possible without his time at Reprezent.
I've presented a documentary for BBC Panorama. I also present for the BBC TikTok team. Now, all those opportunities sound amazing, but I wouldn't have started if it wasn't for a place like Reprezent Radio, where I was able to learn, I was able to make mistakes, and I was able to fail. And just having that environment around me allowed me to go into all these new opportunities.
Despite all this success, cuts to youth funding and rising costs is putting the station's future at risk. And bosses fear if it is forced to close, it's the young people who they help who will be worst affected.
We know that young people and people who are often in our communities are the ones most at risk of gang violence, of knife crime, of low aspirations for the rest of their life. And we also know that Reprezent combats those things. It brings people into a safe community on the evenings, on the weekends, at times when people are at risk of falling into habits that might detrimentally impact the rest of their life.
This is Reprezent 107.3 FM.
For now, the station is still on air, with everyone hoping enough can be done to save it. Thomas Magill, BBC London.